Hi, I'm Ben Finane, editor-in-chief of Listen magazine. I'm at Subculture in New York City, and today I'm talking with mandolinist Avi Avital.
Sorry. If you look back at almost every ancient culture, there is a plucked string instrument that may look or sound like a mandolin that plays a very main role in this culture. So, for example, in Russia it would be the balalaika, in Greece it would be the bouzouki, the tamburica in the Balkans, the banduri in Spain, the oud in Muslim music, in Arab music, the pipa in Chinese, the koto in Japanese music, the tar in Persian music, the banjo in American music, charango in South American music, and so on and so on. Bartók is a symbol of this album. This is the first piece also that started the idea of this album. The very first inspiration that I had was to imagine Bartók. He wrote this piece exactly 100 years ago, 1914. And I just tried to imagine sitting in a piano recital in 1914 at Carnegie Hall, say, and listening to a whole, Brahms, Beethoven, whatever, and then suddenly hear folk music played on a piano, exotic modes, exotic rhythms. At that time, it was so modern and so advanced that Bartók took folk music and put it in a concert hall. This is something that maybe in 2014 it's original, but it's not unheard of. I'm sure it was just extremely advanced to do such an action, to bring music that he took from villages, remote villages in Romania, Hungary, all over the Balkans, and translate him to something so classical, like music for piano or for string quartet or for symphony orchestra that he wrote as well. So taking something very folk, making it a concert art music, that action was very inspiring for me. And I thought, how can I make it again modern in 2014? Used the planning of the album as a playground where each one of the pieces we picked and we collected for this album that answered that codex of composers, 20th century composers that composed classical music inspired by folk music. But I wanted to take each one of the treatments that the composer had, dissolve it and reconstruct it in my own kind of imagination of how this composition would sound more close to the origins. So with each of one of the compositions in the album, the treatment is also different. Now it's true that they are from different cultures, like you mentioned, like Georgian, Sulhan Tzitzadze, and Romanian and South American, the tango, and American bohemian like the Dvorak and so on. It's like a painter who has 2 colors or 32. When you play folk music and different genres, it's a lot about in the nuances, in the accent. I really enjoy to really trace those little things that make it characteristic. I remember in the Spanish folk songs when we recorded them, it's really about imitating a human voice and kind of a Spanish cadenza, a Spanish accent, a Spanish melody of singing and of speaking as well. It's really about hearing pieces that that your ear is used to, with a different light, from a different perspective. And I think the mandolin is just a very nice way to listen to all these especially Bach, which his music is just, it goes beyond the instrument by its absoluteness. It's just nice to listen to it with a fresh ear. Suddenly you hear inner voices that not necessarily are coming through with a violin or with another instrument that our ears are more used to. As an artist, it's a privilege to be able to offer such a fresh perspective.